Bruce Lee was famously quoted as saying, "Be like water, my friend." I don't know, is that a good Bruce Lee? Be like water, my friend. I don't know, that's not a very good Bruce Lee. But be like water, my friend. Be like water. We're not friends. Be like water. Which just means, and he's talking within, well, he's talking very broadly about, your mind. And how you mentally react to a situation, right? But he's also talking about the physicality of martial arts as well. I mean, so there's, a couple layers there to that. But just in terms of, your mental activity and how you relate to the world, I mean, flexibility is a pretty important skill I have found. Being able to adapt, not just to adapt to a situation, to a group of people, to a new group of people, to sort of pick up on all the little nuances, of how they interact with each other, sort of, some of the social mores of that particular group, that kind of stuff. But also really, in particular, what I'm kind of driving at here ultimately is ideas and having a very flexible attitude about ideas, because they're just ideas. This is where meditation, to me, is a very important thing to practice, because it helps you to see that you are not your ideas. We are constantly, but each of us as individuals are being bombarded with ideas, on certain frequencies. I mean, there's like a spectrum of frequencies and ideas on those frequencies, right? And this is kind of where the whole vibration, high vibe, low vibe, that kind of stuff. And it's easy to get fixated, just kind of to fall in love with a particular idea about whatever, around, some of the stuff I've observed on here on YouTube with a lot of people is just people just get sort of fixated on an idea about another person, the narrative, right? The narrative. And people just, okay, then that's reality. That's, even though, there might be a number of falsehoods and lies and just blatant, made up shit in that narrative, it doesn't matter, because the narrative, as far as public and popular conception is concerned, is true. And so, and then, any horrendous thing contained within that narrative is grounds to justify hatred towards another person. And I'm honestly not even, I could bring up several examples of this. So I'm not even talking about any one particular person. This is just years of paying attention to stupid shit and people who just, aren't in control of their minds. Sorry, but there it is. And the ability to let go of an idea is a very important kind of a thing to be able to do. Especially if you kind of arrive at the conclusion that, well, this idea, isn't really accurate. It's not right. It's false, and to just, it's a bias. Those kinds of things become a bias for people when they are looking at reality. It's like, and especially if it's not even your idea, that it was an idea that was given to you. Well, did you know that, Bob is, I know, Bob over here, and, X, Y, and Z is true about Bob, and most people are like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, fuck Bob. Bob's a piece of shit. Yeah, let's get Bob. Even though, you didn't actually arrive at those conclusions yourself. They were conclusions or not, just shit that people made up because they have an agenda. And, people run with it, oh yeah, I heard about you, you're X, Y, and Z. Anyway, it would be nice. It would be nice if people could go, oh, that's not true, find out, whatever, do your own research about a person, about a thing, whatever, arrive at your own conclusions. That takes work. People really aren't, especially on here, they're just not interested. They just want to, whatever. They just want to do whatever the fuck it is people on here do. I don't even care. So it just ideas and letting go of ideas and just understanding they're just ideas, man. They're just ideas and they're not yours because it's just they are outside of us. They are outside of us and they sort of pass within our energy field and we either sort of, resonate and then hold for some people, or maybe it resonates for a minute and then you let it go, or it doesn't resonate and you just let it go completely, whatever it is, I just, it would be a big help, I think, just in general, if people could kind of get to that point with how they think about things, with how they approach things. And I mean, I have no expectations for any of you, because I mean, whatever. But yeah, just at least maybe, try to be a little bit more fair and open-minded about things, I mean, I'm just saying, instead of just, well, I know this little thing about you, and so therefore I've surmised that, you're, whatever. And, it's just, it bugs me. It bugs me when certain people have an opinion about me that I know is really not very accurate, and I actually care about their opinion. Yes, there are a few people in this world whose opinion I really value. And when they just, it bothers me. It bothers me when they just don't have what I think is a very accurate opinion of me. And it's like, why don't you just get to know me better? And, why don't you give me a chance, kind of a thing, whatever. But I don't know, just, yeah, there you go. Be like water. Be like water. Okay, so a quick addendum here. While I was eating my popcorn and listening to this back and then thinking about it a little bit. This is my channel. And I'll do what I want. Just because I have associations with people who are warring on YouTube, which is fucking dumb, doesn't mean that anything I post is somehow means that I am want to be a part of any of your shit. I'll do whatever the fuck I want here. As I've continued, my policy has always been, I don't talk about any of you. It seems like there's a vague reference to you in some of my videos. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. There's a very good chance there isn't. Generally speaking, there's about 2 or 3 people, maybe 4, who I'm thinking about beforehand. So that sort of prompts me to want to make a video, right? And so that's, that means that you're probably not one of those people, statistically. All I'm asking, well, again, just, anything public, I get it, it's all fair game, which is funny because as soon as I said that the other day, a certain someone went and made a public video, completely prompted by that fucking statement. It's funny to me. It's so intelligent. Anyway, look, I'll do whatever the fuck I want here. When I'm in the mountains, I'll probably just post the occasional mountain video talking some fucking spiritual shit. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Bottom line is, just keep me out of your dumb shit. That's all I'm trying to say. I don't want to be a part of your dumb shit. I don't want to be a part of anybody's dumb shit. Respect my fucking boundaries, man. Which is, I know it's a hard thing for a lot of people to do on here, man. You got a lot of boundary violators out here, man. Just keep me out of your shit, man. I don't talk about any of you. So, there it is.